The Vedas have two sections. One that deals with yajnas, sacrifices, and rituals. The other one deal with knowledge. The moment you have rituals, you will have many conditions imposed, many conditions imposed. That how a ritual can be performed, who can perform those rituals, when those rituals can be performed, and ultimately we become such a ritualistic religion. Hindus become such a ritualistic religion that there were major classifications. Brahmins can do it, and Brahmins can perform it for the Kshatriyas and things like that. And then came Shudras. No, Shudras have to be kept outside, and females have to. All stupid things. All stupid things. Vedanta does not discriminate. Rituals will always discriminate. It is it is just immaterial. Where from that ritual is coming? You even say in Roman Catholic, they don't allow female priests. Why? Because rituals will always have conditions. Rituals will always impose certain limitations. Now, when Hindus are criticized for its caste system and they have far fetched ideas about women discrimination, no, it's not, Hindus do not discriminate. The discrimination is because of the rituals, and that discrimination is powered by the society. But as far as real religion is concerned, there is no discrimination. In other religions, they have discrimination. In Hinduism, there is no discrimination. And Acharya Shankar uses it. He says see, there is a fundamental difference between Vedanta and the popular concept of yajna. Yajna will say that this so and so persons cannot perform these sacrifices, these rituals. In Vedanta, nothing matters because Atman, the soul, is beyond all this. Soul has no caste. So when they say that Hinduism has caste, yes, of course, Hinduism has caste because it is a social thing. It has affected the rituals. But the society and the rituals do not make a religion. To know a religion, you have to go to its spiritual core. The spiritual core of Hinduism is what? We know from Vedanta. There is no caste, there is no gender. Hinduism, as far as religion is concerned, I don't want to take names, but you go to certain religion and you'll find there's a clear distinction. Not only in rituals, but in actual religion, in spiritual philosophy. Females are considered inferior. Females need to be protected in a particular way and things like that. Not in Hinduism. The spiritual philosophy of the Hindus does not discriminate. The problem with Hindu religion is that Hinduism was not taught by the right persons. After Shankaracharya, and Shankaracharya was also under the influence of the then society, although he tried to break the molds. And after that, there was a huge vacuum. Then came Swami Vivekananda. If you want to understand Hinduism, you have to study Swami Vivekananda. Without understanding Swami Vivekananda, you cannot understand Hindu religion. You can study the Vedas and you can study the Mahabharata. No, you cannot. Hinduism can be taught only by a master. Why? Because society and rituals, they have created such a mess, such a jumble of Hindu religion, we don't know what is right and what is wrong. This is the problem with Hindu religion. We don't know what our religion is. And we don't even want to spread the message that, look, actual Hinduism is this. Not that it has been hijacked by the negative forces, no. Just that too much of moss has grown all around the religion. Proper care has not been taken to clear the weeds. Proper care has not been taken to tell what exactly we stand for. And soul has no caste, and to think it has is a delusion. Because it's a delusion. Any kind of distinction, any kind of duality is a delusion, belongs to Yusmat Pratyay. So are life and death, or any emotion or quality. Quality here means uh, quality of good or bad. It can also mean Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The Atman never changes, never goes, nor comes.